how's everybody doing? Last night I started to organize my Halloween charms. I wanted to, is it the one that I have on? Hold on, let me take these bracelets off because I'm wearing these. I want to just show you something. Okay, so really quickly, let me just move this up here. I took my nails off yesterday, so excuse the way that my nails look. Let me just shut off my watch. Let me charge it. I always like to have my watch charged. Okay, so I started this last night. I have more of these. Yeah, I have more of those somewhere else. I started to organize them in these little containers that I have. I just thought that they looked cute and aesthetic in here. I was going to do, just kind of grouping what I thought was kind of similar together. And then I still have to do these, but these up here are kind of big for these containers, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But again, excuse my nails because they're not even, I still even have to, I just need to do my nails. Okay, so I might do them later. But these charms here, I don't think I'm going to use because I'm like, what are those? I've already gotten rid of a couple of them because I'm like, what is that? Okay, so I took these off. It's this one. Okay. So actually, these are both. Hold on, let me see something. No, these are not both made. Okay, this bracelet here was made with 0.5 string. This one was made with 0.8. I don't know if you can tell, but if I hold them up, you can tell that one is kind of more flimsy than the other one. This one is made with 0.5, and as you stretch it out, you see how you can see little spaces there. It doesn't show on my arm like that. It's just when you really stretch them out. But I feel like I can't get the 0.5 tight enough, and I feel like my 0.5 is very, very thin. Okay. My 0.5 string is very, very thin compared to, I feel like, other string that I've seen. I don't know if I got a bad batch, but I saw another 0.5 string in the same company, 0.5, and it looked much stronger. I don't know. This is really, really thin for me. I'm going to use it. I think that I might maybe make some anklets or something with that 0.5 string. But yeah, for me, like, these here were made with 0.8, and you can see that there's a little bit more structure to them. When it comes, see that? When it comes to that 0.5, it's very, it's a little too thin for me. So I want the 0.5 string. I want 0.5 string because for me, I feel like it's a little bit easier to work with, especially with the seed beads. They're really tiny, tiny beads. I feel like 0.5 works a little bit better. But my thing is I want 0.5 string, but I want it to be strong. I feel like that string, it's strong, but as I go and tie a knot, I was able to successfully make a knot. With this one, I just had to be really delicate in the beginning, and like as I made a couple of knots, I was able to get tighter and tighter, and finally I was able to like get it kind of tight. But yeah, not my favorite string to work with. Not my favorite string to work with right now. So 0.8 is definitely my favorite string to work with right now. And this one I bought from Amazon. I would have to go back and see exactly what brand it is, but this is the stuff that I use. Nice and strong. I really, really like it. And even that one you can pop. I just realized I wasn't wearing my microphone. Give me a minute, and I'm hoping that the sound isn't that much different. But give me just 1 minute so I can pop it on. All right, there we go. That is much better. So yeah, my favorite is 0.8 string to work with right now. Now I've got a couple different stretchy strings right now. The one that I bought the other day was this stuff here, and I got two because of the whole missing package situation and the replacement. So even this stuff this stuff is quite strong as well, so that'll be the next stuff that I'm going to be using probably. And then, let's see, I've got a couple of that, like, what is it? Like crystal tech. These are like kind of really popular in a lot of the beading kits. I've got two of these with their 0.8. Now these are just ones that come with little kits and things, but they tend to be quite strong. So I probably should use these before I go ahead and use my bigger spools, so I can just get rid of these. You know what I mean? I do need to get some more beading needles. That's something that I want to, because I did get these, but guys, these didn't end up being the needles that I thought they were. These are like super thin, don't even have a hook or a hole. I don't know what these are. I don't have any idea. These are the guys that I like, but they're a little bit more difficult to work with the seed beads and the 0.8 string that I like, because it gets a little thicker at the end. And the seed beads don't like to pass through. But what I've been doing was taking my scissors and really cutting the string really close to when you attach it to the hook. I'll cut it really close so that it's as flush as it can be, excuse me, for the seed bead to come down the needle and then onto the string. But yeah, so I wanted to show you guys what I was doing here with these guys. So I've been organizing those. Let me take you a little bit closer so you can see. So here they are. What is going on? Okay. Here they are. I'm trying not to get the glare. Oh, they just look cute in there. And so I was trying to like categorize, because if I wanted to make something with a cat, then I know where to get the cats. If I wanted to make something with the ghosts or the pumpkins or whatever it is, then I know to go for those. These guys here are a little bit bigger, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with these yet. I've got to find some sort of organization for these because, like I said, they're a little bit bigger. But I'm going to continue to organize the rest of these. And I wanted to show you this really quickly. This is the bracelet that I had made for my baby. As you can see, hold on, let me fix it so you can see better. You see little puppy? How cute is she? I thought she looked a little bit like my baby, and then I added a little dog, little paw. Cute bracelet, I love it, but if you look at the spacer beads in between, the ones with the little diamonds or rhinestones in them, they tarnished. And I was really sad about that. I wore it and then I got it wet and I tried to dry it immediately because I didn't know how those were going to react with water. And not immediately, but then I don't know, I went back to it a couple days and it had tarnished. So I'm so sad. I'm so sad about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bracelet apart and just remake it, probably without the spacer beads. And it's so sad because I really love those spacer beads because they are beautiful. But they are not to get wet. So these spacer beads I would have to use and just not get them wet. Obviously, you would have to take it off. Probably wouldn't be able to go swimming with it or anything like that. Yeah. Oh, another thing. I was experimenting yesterday, and this bow here, I actually coated it with gel polish. I just took a BEAD'S top coat and I coated it front and back. It's still good to use. It's still got its hole, to put the string through. But I really didn't want to lose the colors on that. And I thought it was so beautiful. So I was like, let me do a little experiment and see if I could put some gel polish over it. I was going to put some resin, but I was like, let me try this gel and see if maybe it scrapes off. And I tried to like scrape it off and it didn't really come off. So I think that was a really great idea. Now I think we'll be okay because it is cured, to wear it on the wrist. I might try it out and see if it irritates me. I don't think that it will. Resin would probably be a better idea because over time I don't know what would happen with the gel, but I just thought that was a really simple, easy idea to kind of coat the little bead. Now, I don't know if there's maybe a spray or something that I could use for beads to cover them, because sometimes with the acrylic beads, they come with this beautiful finish and you don't want to lose that beautiful finish, because sometimes over time, you know, the bracelet will get scraped, or the braids will get, the beads, excuse me, not braids, the beads will get scraped up against something. And, you know, over time, things just get, scratches, or, so that's what I was doing. I did make these last night with my new mix. So I just made a little stack there. I thought that you would maybe enjoy seeing it. So here they are, and I will add them to the rest of my stacks. But yeah, what's next? What else? I ordered some cute little charms and just some heart pony beads, and so those will be coming. Let's see. And then my little star spacer beads will be coming tomorrow. But again, with those, I think that those two might be not tarnished, but I feel like the color doesn't stay on them so well, according to the reviews that I was unfortunately reading. And normally I read reviews before I order anything, and for these I somehow forgot to read the reviews. I think I was like in a little bit of a hurry, and I checked out, and then I forgot to read the review, and someone said that the color kind of just doesn't last. Now, I don't know if that's because it got scraped up against something, or just over time it just wears off, or if it gets touched with water, does that happen? I'm not really sure. So I guess we'll see. But I think those little stars are a little bit tiny, and those probably would be a lot of work to go ahead and coat all of those. But anyways, moving on. I think I'm gonna make some more bracelets today, and this is what I've been doing when. Oops. This is what I've been doing, kind of storing my mixes after I'm done. I will go ahead and store them. I got needles and things all over the place. These need to go over here before I lose them. But yeah, I'm probably going to make some more bracelets today. And I definitely have to do laundry early because it is laundry day. And what else? That's probably going to be done first before I do anything else, so that I don't have to do, laundry later into the day. I love doing it in the morning, so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day, and then I can relax tomorrow, and I can relax or do whatever I need to do for the rest of the day today. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I was doing. So in the midst of me organizing these charms, I thought, why not make a set for myself? So I ended up making a set for myself. You're going to see 5 nails because I am working on buffing the under sides or underneath the nail so that I can attach them. I'm just going to use some glue, and we're just going to move on with our day. These were the two matte and blend polishes that I used for this set. Beauty Secrets is also the glue that I am using. I actually made this bracelet twice. I made it once, and then I took it apart, and I made it again because I was making it for myself, and I made it to the length that it needed to be, but for some reason it needed a couple more beads. So now I know when I'm making that type of bracelet for myself, I am, and I say myself because I am 7 inches round on my wrist, and I was making it for myself, so that's why I say myself, just if you're wondering. So that bracelet needed a couple more beads, so I added 2 more beads. I added 1 glass bead on each side of the bow, and then I also added 2 pearls on each side of the bow. So in total, I added, not ordered, I I added 4 more beads. So originally I had 10 glass beads on each side of the bow. I ended up with 11, excuse my voice, 11 glass beads on each side of the bow, and then I added those 2 pearls. So now I know, excuse me, when I'm using that size bead, I believe that is a 6mm bead. When I use this size bead, I know that I am at least 11 of these glass beads on each side. If I would have went for 12, I have it on my wrist right now. If I would have went for 12, it definitely wouldn't have. It would have been too big. And actually, right now with 11 on each side, I still have a little bit of room, and it's not tight. I don't really like my bracelets tight, so this is perfect for me. I like this right here. So we are going to organize these charms. I've got a ton of Halloween charms to organize. I was thinking of maybe adding the charms that I have already in the little containers. I was thinking maybe adding them to this bigger container. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I was kind of thinking of maybe getting an organizer that would fit these smaller um, containers, but I'm not really sure. So for that, I might as well just take these out of the container. Although I love the look of how these look in the containers. I really do love that look. I don't really know what I want to do. So I just have them sitting there for the moment because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with them. But if you didn't know, there's a way to put on your bracelets and you are supposed to roll them onto your wrist. I know that I am stretching it out a little bit there, but that's okay because that was before I ended up taking it apart. I ended up cutting it and remaking it anyway. So that's what I was just telling you a minute ago. So I poured into the mold again, into my new bead mold, and I am currently popping out the beads, and they are gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. They're beautiful and clear. I don't see any bubbles or dips in the resin or anything. The only thing I see is like a little, see a little dip in the top of the mold, or excuse me, of the bead. If you do not fill it up correctly, you will get that little dip. So with some of them, I am getting them. So this one here, it doesn't bother me much because when you put the beads, you know, against each other, you're not really going to see that. And you only get that if you're not filling up the mold 100%. Another tip so that you don't get fingerprints is to not touch the resin piece until you have let I would say until you let the mold completely cool down. So if you touch it and it's still warm, I would wait until it gets cooler or completely cools down, and then you can go ahead and handle it because you want to try your best and avoid getting fingerprints on your mold. But yeah, that little dip I think is happening because, and honestly it doesn't bother me much, it's happening because I don't want to fill it up completely. But now that I'm looking at the mold and I see that I could actually put, remember this is trial and error because these are brand new molds to me. I am maybe a drop. I'm maybe a drop or two, but I would say a drop of resin away from getting that bead kind of perfect. You know, where as perfect as I could get it so that it doesn't have that little dip. Like I said, it doesn't really bother me much. It's just aesthetically, if you wanted it to be completely uh it is round, but if you don't want that little tip at the top, which again, it doesn't bother me at all. Actually, I think it kind of adds to it. But the other side is doesn't have that tip at all. It is completely flush because it's at the bottom of the mold. Oh, they're still gorgeous. They are still gorgeous. I absolutely love them so much. I'm so proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for doing this, and I was kind of nervous to attempt to do it, but I did it, and I love them so much. I just made my own beads. It's incredible. So now I have Now I've got 12 beads. 12 beads, and I think that would be enough to put on a string. So we're going to do that in a different video together because I want to show you exactly how that looks. I want to show you how the beads look on the string. It'd be really pretty if I put maybe some spacer beads in the middle, if it could take any. I'm not sure if with this, I've never used this size bead before, you know, on my wrist, so I'm not really sure what it's going to look like or how many beads it's going to take to fill up my wrist. But we're going to try that out in a different video. This bracelet here I made with this cute little strawberry. I loved the clay beads that I did choose. I think that they were really, really beautiful together. And of course, I wanted to add two little pearls right on each side of the strawberry. And because that hole was drilled a little bit awkward, not by me, but whoever made these little clay beads, they drilled the hole a little bit too far down on the little strawberry. I think it should have been more centered so that it could sit differently or sit right really on your wrist because it kind of stands up on your wrist. It doesn't bother me, but that's kind of what happens when you have the hole drilled a little bit different. Um, so yeah, depending on where that hole is drilled is how the bead is going to look on the bracelet. So again, I don't know if I want to take these guys out of their containers. Do I want to keep them where they are? Do I want to take them and combine them with the rest of the charms in there? I'm not really sure. I kind of want just one space for the Halloween charms. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I've got all of these other charms that I want to organize as well. I have been kind of organizing my small bead collection just a little bit, kind of moving things around. But yeah, these are the two newest bracelets that I have made. I wanted to show you them. The clear was the last gummy bear bracelet that we were going to, or color that we were going to use. So now we have officially made literally the rainbow with the gummy bears, and now we have the very tiny little itty bitty gummy bears to use for, and excuse me, and we also have the glitter gummy bears as well. I am tongue tied and I'm so sorry. It is just before 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to do this for you. So excuse, excuse me for just trying to still wake up. So I'm trying to get my words together. So I'm so very sorry. But we are going to start making some more beads, custom beads. Hello, custom. I have already made 12 beads and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I hope that you love them because I do love them. Really, this is just trial and error with this mold. Last night I started it. This morning I made 6 more beads and I'm so happy with this mold. I definitely want to go back and get a few more of these molds because I love them so very much. They worked amazing for me. Look what I made. I can't believe it. I can't believe I did it. I cannot believe I did it. Excuse my desk right now because it has a bunch of charms on it because I'm in the middle of organizing, but you already know that because you have been watching this video. Look how beautiful. Let me get it to focus. Gorgeous. Look how pretty. You guys, I made my own beads. I mean, genius. That is such a good idea. Okay, so what happened was, is I was looking for a mold that could, or a machine, I think it was, that I could start making my own, like, little polymer clay beads. That my light just went off. And then I don't know what got into me, but I said, you know what? Let me see if I can find a little mold for beads. and I can start making my own beads. And guess what? I found a mold. I sure did. I definitely was determined to find a mold. And look what I made. Look what I made. I can't believe it. And it is beautiful. I just used some gold flake. It did turn out to be a pretty big bead. I'm wondering, I want to pop the rest of those out, and I'm not sure if I'll have to make a few more. But I kind of want to make a bracelet out of my new custom beads. And if I can do this, I can do anything. You can literally make any custom bead that you want, any color. You can put glitter, beads, anything. I love it. I love the way that it came out. I think it is beautiful. I am excited. She is, I want to say, is it 12? No, I think it's bigger than that. Maybe it's 16. I gotta look back at the description, but it is a little bit bigger of a bead. But just look how stunning it is. Just beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy with it. So we're gonna pop out the rest of the beads out of the mold, and you're gonna do it with me. That I cured the mold front and back 16 minutes, not 16 minutes each side, but I did, just because the lamp or the UV light is brand new to me, so I think I did 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other side, and then I did 5 minutes on one side and 5 minutes on the other side. So it was around 16 minutes, something like that. And then I probably did another couple minutes because I really wanted to make sure that these were ready to go. But this is what it looks like on the top of the mold. This is what it looks like on the bottom of the mold. Alright, so we are going to pop these out of the mold. And you're going to see exactly how this works. So they are cured, right? So we are ready to remove them. What I'm going to do is I'm using my finger and I'm pushing from the bottom. And it just easily pops right out. Now remember, there is a silicone little piece that runs right through the bead. I want to be careful not to break that. Listen to that. Nice and cured. We have our own custom bead. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, this isn't difficult to do. It isn't, but I don't think resin is for everybody. But if you can get the hang of this, look at that. You can make your own custom resin beads. Now they've got molds that are a smaller size. I do think that I want to get a smaller size. I do have another mold that you can put the caps in. Little caps on each side. Okay. So look at that. We just created, let me get our other bead over here. We just created 6 custom beads in less than 20 minutes. Look how beautiful. Let me put them on something like a little tray. Just give me 1 minute. Look at, I lost a nail already. I don't know what happened. Did I like twist it in my sleep? I have no idea. But I need to fix my nail. I just made these. All I gotta do is glue it back on. It's fine. That's what I love. A little press on, glue on press ons. I love to custom make them and then just glue them on. And then if I need to, well, I guess if I need to fix a broken one, that's easier to do than making a whole new set. But look how beautiful these are. Let me know what you think. I think that they are beautiful. It's obviously not enough to make an entire bracelet, but I wanted to show you all what I came up with, what I made. Look how stunning that is. It's beautiful. And I'm trying to get closer so that you guys can see exactly what they look like. I wish I could maybe show you outside in the sunlight what they look like, but they are beautiful. I think they are gorgeous. I made these. excuse me, I made these custom by myself with this mold and some resin. If you want to see, this is the gold flake that I was using. And then this, if you're curious, is the resin that I'm currently using, and it is brand new. Just got a couple bottles of this, and as you can see, it is crystal clear, and I hope it stays that way, because it does say that it is crystal clear, fast curing, no yellow, no odor. Honestly, when I was pouring it, I didn't smell anything. Normally with some resins, that kind of stinks a little bit. I didn't smell any type of odor. So I'm very happy with this mold. I'm very happy with these beads. As you can see, I have been recently making my own bracelets. These are, I think, 6mm beads. Now, this is much bigger. I think this is I have to check the description, but I want to say this is like a 15 or 16mm. You can tell the difference between a 6mm bead and a 15 or 16. That's a huge difference. But I want to get like an 8mm. I want to try to find a 6 and 8 and maybe 10mm, and then I think I'd be good. But I was already looking for some newer molds, and they've got different shapes, and I'm so excited that I found those molds. So I'm definitely going to go back and grab a few more, but I just wanted to show you that. So let me know what you think. I'm so excited that I actually did it. I was hesitant to kind of do it because I was like, I don't know if it's going to work. But as long as you have the resin, the mold, and you've just got to be very careful. You cannot fill the resin all the way up to the top, because it does have a little piece here. See that little piece there? And that little piece that's sticking up, that piece is going to create the hole in your bead so that you can put, string them. But if you fill it too much, it's going to cover that, and you're going to seal your hole. So it is a little bit difficult to, to learn how to use. If you've never used resin before, I would probably have to show you exactly how to use it, because you definitely don't want to overfill it. Yesterday I actually had to clean up one or two of them because I actually added too much. But I added the foil flake first, is what I did, or you could mix the foil flake with the resin and then pour it in that way. But I really wanted to just quickly get these done, just, a little trial and error, and see exactly what I can come up with. So I put the foil in first, and then I was slowly kind of dripping in the resin. I was not doing it fast at all. I didn't want to create any bubbles. I didn't really see any bubbles. There may be a bubble or two, but I didn't really see any bubbles with these, which is a good thing. You never want to pour resin really quickly. I did not have to mix this up either. I didn't want to mix it up because then you could really create bubbles. So I just used it straight like that from the bottle. Poured it in very, very slow. And then I filled it up to the top, and you could see when the resin kind of surfaces, and then I stopped. And I kind of dropped the resin down, like the mold down a little bit, just to get out any air bubbles, if there were any. I kind of let it sit for a few minutes, and then I put it into the lamp or light to cure. I cured it for the 16 or 20, right, just under 20 minutes, like I said. Just because I wanted it to be nice and cured, and actually I cured it like this, and then I cured it like this. I didn't just put it like this and cure it for the 18 minutes or 60 minutes, whatever it was. I flipped it around. So I think it's really important to do that too. Yes, the light can penetrate through the mold, but I just want to help it out and just make sure that it gets to the bottom as well. So that's why I did that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. So let me know what you think. I think that they are beautiful. I'm actually going to, right now, probably make another 6. That probably would be enough to make me a little bracelet. And when I'm done with the little bracelet, I will show you exactly what I did. Maybe in a new video, I will string these together, and I don't know if I would add some charms, but I kind of just want to make just a simple bracelet with these beads and see how it looks. And then either we can add charms or make another bracelet and add charms to it. So yeah, in the next video, you'll probably see me put these together. I know I've got to make a maniology video. I still need to make an airbrushing video because I want to try that thing out, because I still haven't tried it out. Or the little paints that go with it. And I want to make some, of course I want to make some more bracelets, and I want to do some videos of me making some bracelets. And I have been organizing charms. I'm probably going to make some resin charms, so I feel like I am in the kind of crafty, creative mood. I want to make me a couple of sets, so yeah, I've got a couple things to do, but I just wanted to show you guys that. I was so excited. I almost couldn't sleep yesterday of the excitement because I was just so proud of myself that I actually did it. So yeah, like the vision that I had actually came to, what's the word that I'm looking? Fruition. Is that the word that I'm looking for? Came to light, you know? Like I saw it and I did it and it's here. You know what I mean? I love that. Love that. I love that. These beads are beautiful. Gorgeous. Alright, anyway, moving on. Let's, I think actually, I think that's it. I was gonna keep going, but I think that's all I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. I've got to get all this, you know, up and put this all away. I was thinking of maybe coating some of them, especially on the back, because I wouldn't want them to tarnish. Some of these charms sometimes will tarnish if you get them wet, or I don't know, sometimes with age, because there were some charms that I hadn't even used ever, and they were just sitting in a organizer and they ended up tarnishing, and I was like, that's weird because I never even used these. But I feel like over time some of them do tarnish, and I've had some charms that I have had for probably years that have never tarnished. So, but also I have not gotten them wet, so I'm not sure if they can get wet or not. Anyways, alright guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can please, if you liked it, like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And comment anything you'd like down below. Turn on your post notifications so you can be notified every time that I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next video.